YouTubers, welcome back for another adventure. You are looking at an Indestructible Disc 2.0 and it claims to cut everything in seconds. Now, I bought 5 of these over eBay. They were about $5 each. They've been advertising them on Facebook Marketplace and everywhere else, and generally speaking I use these grinding wheels to cut most of my metal, and mostly I do cut metal, but I did find it interesting that once again these not only cut metal but they cut stone and wood and everything. So I figured I'd try it out. The problem with these discs, they fly apart. And I've run across a couple of people. I had a friend who got his face damaged, and on TV on one of those deep water salvage, they had a disc fly apart, and the guy ended up with pieces in his knee and so forth. So I'm gonna smash that on. It looks like the lettering's supposed to be in, or I would have done it already. So if anybody who could read that. We're going to put it on and try it on a bunch of different things. And please remember, wear your goggles. If you don't wear protective eyewear, you could become very disfigured and very blind very quickly. So please wear your goggles. So we're going to start out with a brand new blade that's spinning in the right direction, and this is what we're going against. I'm not sure if this is cultured. It says 100% natural stone. So we're going to try to cut this, see how the blade fares. Wow, seems to work. It did put a little wear on the teeth there, but it seemed to cut it. Let's try steel next. Bed frame. This is some tough stuff. Well, it's still alive. I don't think this is the greatest thing in the world at cutting steel. I don't imagine it would live all that long cutting angle iron after angle iron. Last but not least, I'm going to try cutting off some wood, see how she does. Well, it worked somewhat. So, as I compare the Indestructible Disc 2.0 to your typical abrasive wheel, many of you know these abrasive wheels don't cut wood very well. And many of you know that these abrasive wheels are really consumed pretty quickly when you're trying to cut any kind of rock, stone, concrete, or whatever. So I would put the disc, the Indestructible disc ahead of the typical grinding disc for wood and stone. When it comes to cutting metal, whether you're using this disc or your typical abrasive wheel, I'd put them more or less equal. I think I like the abrasive wheel a little better. Seems a little smoother. When it comes to safety, I'd probably put this further out front, the Indestructible. I think it has less tendency to fly apart than the wheel. I think. I don't know. I haven't had one of these launch yet. I've had wheels come apart, and I've seen the damage done to folks when the wheels come apart. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to look at this. I guess my disappointment is when I read Indestructible, in my mind came up, will last a crazy long time. I don't know. When it comes to metal, I don't think this thing will last much longer than the abrasive wheel. And given the fact it costs 5 to 10 times more and they're not easily available, I think I'm stuck with my abrasive wheels for the upcoming future. I did buy 5 of these, so they are going to be handy to have in the arsenal. And as a matter of fact, I have more than one grinder, so I'll probably leave a grinder, one of the grinders around with this. I cut a lot of copper and brass when I'm making those intake manifold, when I'm cutting the metal up for that. So I'm thinking perhaps the kerf is a little thinner for this, and with a fresh blade, it might actually be better at copper, brass. This is probably better at aluminum also than the abrasive wheels. The abrasive wheels have a tendency to get clogged up. So, in conclusion, I'd say they have their purpose, but given the cost and depending on what you're cutting, you may or may not use them. Once again, for stone, they're wonderful. They actually do cut wood. A lot of times you need to trim just a little piece of wood off, and these aren't very good at that. So from those point of views, excellent. It will cut metal, so cuts everything in seconds. I guess that's true. I just think they're not the end-all and be-all, particularly for cutting up bed frames. I just think they'll wear out pretty quickly, and at the cost, that's not a great thing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I picked up another couple of things I would like to do reviews on, stuff that I kind of use every day. So if you guys would like to see those reviews, let me know. If you want to see them, I'll get to them a little quicker. If I don't really get much comment one way or the other, I guess you'll end up seeing them eventually, you know, as I look at material to discuss on my channel every once in a while. It's like, you know, I've done a lot of all-terrain vehicles and mini bikes and this, that, and the other thing. Let me try something different. So I'll get around to them one way or the other. Anyway, I really, really want to thank you guys for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.